totally baseless.
Hey, it's totally baseless. And Charlie can't surf, but I think this guy really can. Dan, welcome to the podcast.
I love the smell of napalm in the morning.
All right. And a guy who's all lost in the shopping market, but he can no longer shop happily. Dave, welcome to the show.
Hey, that's me.
That is you. All right. That's why the wife never sends you out for the groceries. All right. Did you guys see this newest episode of The Last of Us? With Nick Offerman.
Yes.
Yeah.
It was good. It was a good episode. I liked it.
Oh, you haven't seen it, Dan?
No.
Really good. Really good. I've seen it 2.5 times already. And a deep cut of a song in the episode, but I won't ruin it for you beyond that. But Nick Offerman is perfectly cast in this thing. He's just really good in it. And of course, he was Ron Swanson in Parks and Recreation, which is more of a recent find for me. I didn't really watch that show until
brilliant
a few recently. Yeah, I might.
Great show.
Start from season 1, but he definitely stole that show away. And he has a lot in common with both Ron Swanson and his new character in The Last of Us in terms of being a pretty handy guy. He does a lot of stuff in real life, but not quite to that extent, he said. So tell me, in which magazine was Nick Offerman, the real Nick Offerman, the actor, featured in and contributed articles to? Was it A, Guns and Ammo, B, Fine Woodworking, or C, Barbecue Magazine? Which one of these?
B.
Sorry?
Fine Woodworking.
Yes.
That's right. Yeah. He's made instructional videos on how to make canoes and boats at his workshop. And he's a professional boat builder and a wood craftsman.
Yeah, he made oars for the cast after after the show ended, like as a gift to the cast. Yeah, he made them oars.
Oars. I thought you said something else.
S'mores. He got them whores.
That's where the oars come in.
Oh man. Yeah, pretty handy guy. And he did such a good job in The Last of Us. Dan, I envy you getting to watch that for the first time.
I will put it on my list.
Put it on your list. Also to put on your list is Squid Game. Have you seen that?
Never saw it.
No? Dan?
No.
Was it made in the 80s?
No. One of the biggest hits that Netflix has ever had, and you guys haven't seen it, huh? Well, it's
in 20 years I'll be all over it.
Yeah, you'll start making references to it. Yeah. Well, it's a game. It's a show about a game show that has deadly games involved in it, with the final survivor winning millions of dollars. And now Netflix is making a reality show. Has already been filming this reality show based on the real Squid Game, presumably without the death, but contestants have been complaining that it's still cruel, rigged, and inhumane. So it might be closer to the real thing than they thought. But they're saying that contestants were faced to play things like the red light, green light game from the show, spending up to 9 hours in a freezing airport hangar. And filming takes a long time for these things, but they're forced to sit out there in these very uncomfortable conditions. And I guess Netflix, the Netflix producers can always say, "Hey, you saw the show, didn't you?"
Right? It's not a warm and cuddly show where like everything goes right.
Yeah.
I think that Netflix is probably also coming out with a new one, a World War II game show called The Baton Death March.
Yeah, right.
Where contestants get to compete.
Yeah, it's like
Yeah,
it's based on a show about inhumane cruelty. What did you think was
Oh man.
the experience going to be?
Yeah. This can get a little bit carried away. Auschwitz, the reality series.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. But
We didn't think it'd go
4.5 million
wrong.
is on the line, right? So these people were going to survive as long as they could, I guess. They're like, hey, it's 4.5 million.
Yeah, right.
They're like, but we didn't expect to die from this thing. Someone passes out, that's all right.
We said it was a reality show, so
Yeah,
It's as real as it gets.
it's as real as it gets, right? You want the whole experience. We don't want to cheat you out of the experience. Come on. Yeah, I think it goes back to, once again, people just are incredibly soft now. They want to get 4.5 million for being on TV, but start punishing them a little bit, and then it's like,
where's the vegetarian option?
right? I wasn't told I would be brutally punished and made to stand for hours on end.
Yeah, playing red light, green light. I had to freeze for 30 minutes.
You know what? Fuck you though, right? Because you tried to sign up. I'm gonna win $4.5 million. I'm gonna get some easy money. Oh wait, it got hard. Go back to your job.
Yeah, it's 4.5 million. They're not giving you $12 an hour.
Right?
Yeah, go back to your job where you'll make that over the next 30 years.
Yeah, but you won't have to stand in a frozen position for 30 minutes.
Well, I guess the painful thing is if you go through all that, and it seems like it's all fixed anyway. So a lot of former contestants saying they saw clear signs that people were being selected to go to the next round.
Yeah, a lot of the influencers and social media stars, I guess, that
The
we're
ratings getters, right?
yeah, we're
You mean the
moving on.
good-looking people?
Yeah. Yeah, the Uggos lost.
Well, I wouldn't have made it into the show at all then.
They had to make it look authentic. All right, we got a couple of normies over here, and then we got the
Or this is what it actually was, some sort of social experiment. It was never really a game show. That was the game show, right? Tricking them into thinking they're going to win 4.5 million. See how much they're going to endure, and then showing that they're favoring these more popular people. So they're like, wait a minute, no, that's the game show, man. You guys fell for it.
That's reality.
Yeah, one of the contestants said it was just the cruelest, meanest thing I've ever been through. But you signed up for a Squid Games reality show. The whole premise of Squid Games is that it's mean and cruel.
Yeah, what did they think was going to happen? It's like you want to have a little bit of like sympathy. Oh, they were mistreated, but it's a show based on mistreatment and like the worst in human nature.
Where's Alex Trebek?
Yeah, exactly.
Right?
This is not like Wheel of Fortune. I did not sign up for this.
Like, yeah, it's one thing if like you accidentally showed up at the wrong set. Oh, I'm here. Yeah, I'm here for the $25,000 pyramid.
Oh yes, put on these hot pink jumpsuits and that mask and get you right away.
No, I don't want to be a triangle. I want to be a square.
Or to look at the other side. I do love that the standard response is always what ours is. That's what you signed up for it.
Yeah.
They literally signed up for it. We got your consent forms.
Yeah, you signed an NDA.
Yeah, exactly. I can't actually give you my name. I signed an NDA.
Yeah.
I'm going to complain about it anonymously, though.
Shouldn't that always be your first clue that something might be a little like not on the level when you have to sign an NDA? This might turn out bad.
Maybe this 4.5 isn't easy money.
Second place gets a set of steak knives. So this was filmed in London, apparently, near a former Royal Air Force base that maybe it hadn't been restored since the Nazis bombed it, I guess. But they said it was a metal hangar with concrete floors and negative 10 degrees Celsius.
And they were complaining that they didn't have a break for tea time. They were like, how dare they? It wasn't Earl Grey either.
You call this Earl Grey?
What the hell? Like, at what point do you realize, I'm out?
Yeah, that's the thing. A lot of these contestants stayed in there because they're like, it's 4.5 million.
Yeah. Why you could have just walked away anytime.
Yeah, but they're like, no, this can change my life.
And then after you lose, that's when you complain.
Yeah. Damn it, I didn't win.
This sucked.
Yeah. Like, wait a minute.
This is not the best time of my life.
They're thinking, you know what? I'm going to still make some money off of this. I'm going to complain. I'm going to sue. I'm going to get interviews off of this.
Well, I didn't win the lottery. Okay, give me my $5 back.
Yeah.
Well,
exactly.
That was the cost. Well, we might know who's behind all this. In our next story, the Satanic Temple launches an abortion clinic named after a Catholic Supreme Court justice. It's the Samuel Alito abortion clinic. Actually, it's the Samuel Alito's mom's satanic abortion clinic.
That's the best part.
Yeah.
If I like that quote. If abortion would have been legal back then,
Your mom.
who knows what the outcome would have been for Samuel Alito.
Yep. He's one of the justices who voted to overturn Roe v. Wade. And the Satanic Temple has a very pointed way of showing their opinion on these things and how hypocritical some of these political topics are that they take on. But yeah, they've announced this now. It's a telehealth clinic. So I guess it's kind of a remote thing. And the website includes a cartoon image of a woman. And this is supposed to be like Justice Alito's mother saying, if only abortion was illegal when I was pregnant.
If you didn't catch that, they're basically saying, fuck you, Samuel Alito.
Yeah, okay.
I love it because it hits on 3 levels. It's like making fun of Samuel Alito. It's a mom joke, and it's sticking it to Catholics.
Got so many layers, man.
It's like the Satanic Temple doing the Lord's work.
Basically, in this case, right?
Yeah.
Keeping them in check.
Yeah, I'm beginning to think that their whole purpose isn't so much as to worship Satan as it is just to fuck with conservatives every chance they get.
Yeah, you think so, Dan?
I'm going on a limb.
It's to mess with the hypocrisy of the so-called Christian right, I think is what they're doing. And they're doing a great job.
Bit too far. I mean, as usual, like the moderate positions on both sides are pretty okay, reasonable. And then when you start getting to the extremes, you make it very easy to make fun of you.
Yeah. We're gonna troll these guys, and we're gonna troll them hard.
Yeah. The ultimate troll against the kind of Christian movement here, or Christian nationalists, I should say.
Hey, he should be happy. He had something named after him, right? Like, is that the ultimate goal? Like, I'm going to make history.
This might be the thing that lasts the longest with his name on it.
Right? All his egregious hypocrisy, but hey, he's got something named after him.
Yeah. All right. Now, from Satan to the hell that is high school. 2 junior varsity girls basketball coaches are out of a job after one of the assistant coaches was alleged, I guess she did, to have suited up and played in a game. Now, what I really want to know is, did they win the game with the coach in there? And they don't say that. I guess they're saying, well, that's besides the point, man. But yeah, she jumped in there and started. Let me really show you how it's done, girls.
Hold my beer, right? That's the ultimate hold my beer move.
What I really hope, though, is that team like got their ass kicked, and the assistant coach was just brutal.
Yeah, she just got like blocked every time, and
they kept on shooting air balls and like throwing passes into people's faces.
They're like, I don't understand what gave it away. I don't know. You look so much older than everybody else.
She's the only player on the team at 36 Ds.
Pregnant.
It's a junior varsity team, right? Yeah. So it's like,
what's her train of thought here? Going, you know what? I'm gonna jump in. I think no one will notice. I mean, only 5 minutes before I entered the game, I was on I had a clipboard in my hand telling running plays.
That point guard looks just like the coach.
Wait a minute. In her defense, she was like, no. I was showing them how to make these plays work.
Yeah, I was being just a hands-on teacher, right? It's like, that's what you want.
This is how the play goes. Oh.
It's like dunking over, like knocking over these little teenage girls.
It would have been better if it would have been like the male coach playing on the girls' JV team.
Yeah.
6'7", starting forward.
Yeah, 6'7". I identify as a teenage girl. Okay.
Sitting there dunking on him.
Yeah.
Oh, not today, sister.
Doing like the Shaq dunk where they just hang on the rim.
Breaking it down.
He's like reliving. He's like the Al Bundy of basketball, reliving his high school glory days.
I still had a year of eligibility. I didn't play in the 9th grade. I'm good. I like the rationale though when it says the player that they were impersonating was out of town.
Oh well, of course. Then
So
by all means,
okay.
by all means, grab whoever you want to fill in for her.
Right, like that's like a normal rule. Yeah.
In all fairness, our player was out of town. We needed another player.
Oh, well then,
okay.
yeah. A 22-year-old.
Why didn't you say so?
Yeah.
And who else? Who better than the assistant coach? She knows all the plays.
Right? There's no drop off.
Yeah, exactly. She'll fit right in. She's only like 4 years older than the youngest player. Not even 4, like 6 years. I think she was.
In
22.
our next story, a kid got a cold before taking the SAT exam, and his teacher jumped in and took the SAT exam for him.
I got this. Sit down.
38-year-old teacher jumped in to take the SAT exam. He was sick. He had to do something.
I didn't let him not take the test.
Yeah.
How noble of you, sir. I'm starting to detect an uptick in this type of thing, though, right? Last week we had the 28-year-old trying to recruit sex workers in New Jersey.
It's the softening of America, right? I mean, now like even the grown-ups want to protect the kids, right?
No, they want to stay a kid.
They want to stay kids.
Oh, we can't lose. It'll ruin them forever if we lose. I have to play. I have to.
Yeah.
Only I can solve this problem by playing. You know what must really suck? What about like the kids that's like the sub? Excuse me, I can go.
No, I'm here. I'm still here.
Like they pretend not to see her.
Yeah. We've got nobody else. We have no other choice. I have to go in. Hello. Right here.
I'm the backup point guard.
I've been here all year.
Oh man, we'll definitely lose if Becky goes in.
Can't have that.
You know, honestly, Becky sucks, right?
She couldn't prove it in practice.
All right. Well, we have some more bad judgment on the way. Actually, this podcast could have been called Bad Judgment, and that'd have been still hitting the nail right on the head, I think. So we have a Navy sailor, 29-year-old, and her boyfriend, 25. Don't know why the ages matter, but they
bad judgment.
Bad judgment. 20s is the time to make your mistakes, people.
Pretty much.
So they left a bike to what's that word that criminals always talk about? Entrapment.
Entrapment.
They set a bike in front of their house, and when anybody came to steal the bike, they would run out with bats and start beating on these people. And the neighbors knew about this, and they supported it until some of them saw that the thieves, these would-be thieves, were getting beaten up pretty badly. So then that's when the police got involved and arrested them. It's not clear if she will remain in the Navy or if she'll get kicked out or just get sent to the Ukraine.
Or maybe Guantanamo.
Once again, they made the fatal mistake of putting it on YouTube, and it wasn't just one, right? They put all of these attacks on YouTube.
Yeah, I think that was the idea. Is they wanted to show, these like get a lot of views, and I don't know if to make money, but to promote themselves.
Yeah, I think it was some sort of like little kinky thing that they had going. That's how they would get off. They're like, you know what? Let's go beat up on somebody. Then they beat up on them and then hightail it back into their room.
Or maybe some of the thieves would get pulled into the house. It's kind of weird threesome.
Maybe. Let's beat them up. They can't get away.
I just want a bike.
That's how they get you.
I mean, originally I'd like to file it under play stupid games, win stupid prizes.
I could see that happening once, right? Once it was them defending their property. 10 times, it's them just having fun now, right?
Yeah.
Well, exactly. That's the thing.
Yeah, they did this a lot.
You got to know when to stop, right? I'll do it one more time.
Yeah.
And
hey, we got away with it. Let's do it again.
yeah,
Let's
Yeah,
post
some
the
first time
videos.
it's like,
That
yeah,
happens a
the first
lot.
time.
Like some criminal has some clever idea and they get away with it, and then they keep doing it until the police start to catch on and start having, start waiting for them at the next place. But if they just did
Yeah.
it once or twice, I'm just saying, if you were, if you want to get away with things, I'm not like,
So
I'm not gonna, I'm not trying to help the criminals here, but they do tend to go too far.
So the
and,
police
and
should
then
have
get caught.
did a reverse sting on them where they pretend to be one
The
of the
bike thief?
bicycle thieves. Yeah.
Yeah,
We
yeah.
got you. No, we got you.
Wait a minute.
Wait a minute. Ah,
No, we
Oh,
got you
good.
getting us.
exactly.
No, we got you getting us getting you.
Like, once again, the original intent was awesome because bike thieves are scum. Like,
Yeah,
free
yeah.
bike.
Everybody, whenever they get something stolen, the first thing that pops into their mind, oh, I'd like to, I would have liked to been there when they were taking it. I would have beat the hell out of them. And these people fantasized about it and made their fantasies come true, I guess. More than once.
Live
It's
the
the
dream.
American dream, right?
Yeah.
That's right. Beat a bike thief. Yeah. I guess if they just held them and gotten the police involved, that would have been different. But
Right.
If-
That would have been like,
If
You know,
Woody would have
the
just
service-
gone to the police, none of this would have ever happened. Talk about a callback from way back yonder.
oh my God.
right.
Nobody knows what that's from.
Yeah, well, what is that from? I just know it, but I don't know.
It's an old Woody Woodpecker.
Woody Woodpecker,
cartoon.
right? Okay.
Yeah,
okay.
yeah, where they're doing like a dragnet thing, and the voice is like a Jack Webb. If Woody would have just gone to the police, none of this would have ever happened.
Keep falling
Just
for
your
scans. and,
delivery was made it funny. They're certainly not being arrested for having good judgments. That's right.
Yeah.
All
Yeah,
right.
they don't look too happy, those mugshots.
Yeah. Am I
you're
still
famous
Navy?
now.
Do I
Everyone
still
can see
get
you.
my do I still get my Navy pension?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What did we do?
How much
What?
views is this getting? Are the mugshots getting views?
It is now, that's for sure. I
Yeah.
never heard of them before. All right, in our next example of vigilantism gone wrong for the tourist in this case, who walked up a sacred Mayan temple, Chichen Itza, which has been prohibited from anybody walking on it as a UNESCO protected site, and was yelled at, berated, and then finally attacked by locals for breaking the law and climbing up, despite them knowing that it's against the law, just to show that they can do it. And I'm sure they got a lot of Instagram photos out of it, but they definitely had to pay the price when they got down.
My first thought was it was going to be some pasty guy from the Midwest in jorts and a Bass Pro Shops t-shirt. And like, damn it.
Yeah,
Here we go
yeah.
again.
Yeah, like, no, it's some European guy. Thank you.
Yeah.
Let them be the ugly Americans.
For
And the
once.
last person that got into trouble from an angry crowd at that same pyramid was a Mexican national.
Yes. Yeah, a few weeks, I guess, prior to this, right? Or a few months prior to this. She also got a lashing by the locals.
Yeah. Oh, thank goodness. Not American. I'm like, let it be Russian. Let him be Russian.
Come on, Russia.
Yeah.
Now, the guy with the stick, is that his job?
I think, the guy could have been the Submariner, right? From Wakanda Forever. He was shirtless.
With the little shorts?
Yeah, he's all, and my enemies call me Sinamor. Namor. Well, what were they? They call me Kukul Klan. But my enemies call me Sinamor. Namor.
Does that mean it's gonna like start turning into like Hollywood Boulevard though? There's gonna be like all these like low budget characters hanging on a pyramid.
Yeah, that dude was there, right? So the tourist to take pictures with him in his Submariner outfit. There's a Black Panther lady over there. And
Pedro, there's somebody on the pyramid. Go get your tourist stick.
All right, justice coming up.
Yeah, the guy wasn't really there protecting culture. He was just trying to make a quick peso. I'm like, wait a minute.
Oh, so you really were upset after you beat that guy. You were really upset that he climbed up that pyramid. What? He climbed up the pyramid?
He did what now? ¿Qué?
That guy didn't pay me for the picture we took.
That's what you have to pay for the picture, senor.
Everybody knows that. Come on.
And that's a big stick that guy's carrying. I mean,
Right?
that's
I was like-
I would be pretty worried.
Yeah, he was prepared because obviously it happened before, right? So I mean, now they got guys just patrolling the area, waiting for
Yeah.
they see a tourist. Oh yeah, he looked like a tourist.
Go get your welcome, bats. But really, I mean, you should respect, and you're going to someone else's country, and then you just kind of walk all over their sacred sites and
Yeah.
protected
Oh, hey,
protected
sorry about your burial ground
UNESCO
over there.
sites. Yeah, right. I stepped on the skull on the way back, and
I mean, that's what Europeans have been doing.
yeah.
Well, yeah. So I'm pretty
Nothing
sure
new
that-
here. Nothing new here.
So in his defense, I think he thought that's what you do when you go to Latin America. You defile their holy sites.
He's like, listen, you guys are complaining now. The Spaniards wiped half you guys out. Way
Yeah,
back
the
when.
Polish guy was like, hey, I'm not Spanish.
Yeah.
Chill out.
Yeah, we didn't do it.
This is, you can take offense to this now?
Yeah.
I mean, I think
This
you
is where
missed
you
the
draw
big,
the line?
the big crime. Or I think you missed a big one already.
Yeah, I stepped over the velvet rope and I'm getting caned. What about the guy that pretty much decimated your whole civilization?
Yeah, he's the guy holding the stick, ironically, right?
Yeah. I'm going to take it out on somebody. All right. One last quick story about women brawling on a plane in Brazil. This has gone viral, apparently. We'll put the link in the show notes. But one of the women asked someone to move. The classic story of a fight on an airplane. Can you please change seats with me? No. Bam. Brawl breaks out. So apparently she had a disabled kid, and somehow that kind of worked into it. Or maybe she was just using that to get the seat she wanted. Who knows? But two families started to brawl, and it had nothing to do with The Godfather.
Now, was this really a brawl, or is this really like one of those wacky ass South American shows? Like all of a sudden, like samba music starts playing.
Yeah. How come the stewardesses are all in bikinis now and they're all dancing salsa?
Right?
And there's some like 38-year-old dude dressed as a little kid with a lollipop and a little scully cap.
Some random cartoon characters jumping up and down. Whistles are blowing.
That's South American television for you.
That's the last time I fly this airline.
This is the 10th time this has happened on this airline.
You're on La Cuchi Cuchi Airlines.
All right,
No,
get out your
really happy
tourist
about
sticks,
this?
everybody. Get out your
Southwest
tourist
Airlines.
sticks. Yeah, so be careful when you fly in Brazil. Gol Airlines, you'll know why those bats are behind, in case of emergency, break glass on the airline from now on.
I was just wondering if they were actually like doing Brazilian jiu-jitsu on each other. Everybody like grabbing each other, trying to choke each other out, break their arms.
The Gracie brothers are there. Hey,
Like everybody knows, knows Brazilian jiu-jitsu.
Yeah. Everybody's caught in some sort of chokehold and they're all passing out.
Everybody's on the floor, basically, struggling.
Yeah. They're like, a fight. Where? Down on the floor. Look, they're rolling around. Oh, yes.
And then one of them turns around and says, 90% of fights end up on the ground in 10 seconds.
Yeah.
like first class actually has a cage, and then it's like
Yeah.
the octagon.
Complete mayhem going on.
No, that happens all the time. It just doesn't make the news anymore. It was
But
there.
I bet Southwest executives want this story to get out, though. They're like, yes,
Yeah, let someone else get the blame.
we're not so bad. Look at what happened here.
They come out with the press release. It wasn't us.
I just asked for a cocktail. What is all this? Man, those Brazilian airlines.
And then the Brazilians are like, oh, how about your Frontier Airlines? Okay, we're done here. I got to go.
Yeah.
No. Let's not talk about that.
And it's all to a bossa nova beat.
Bossa Nova Airlines. Yeah. All right. Enough of this airline fighting for now. Please hit subscribe to keep up with the craziest news out there. And thank you for listening.
Bye. This sucks.